I didn't realize that we didn't have the Dynatek ignition in the kit that we got from Hammer Performance until I started looking for it. I gave them a call, told them it wasn't missing from the kit. They sent one out. Now we got one. Only took a couple days. So very friendly people to work with. Let's get the Dynatek ignition installed. See what that entails. So that installed like the stock one. As I'm reading the instructions on here, I'm pretty sure I'm a dual fire installation. Single plug use Dynatek DC6-1 or stock coil. And I'm pretty confident I've got the stock coil because it still says Harley Davidson on it, right in the front. It's a stock coil. So that's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna go dual fire installation. I'll have to keep reading. Okay, step 1 and step 2, those are pretty simple. Just bolt it back in where the old one used to be. That's not an issue. I think we're good on that. And then just finger tight these screws, holding the ignition module in. And then step 3, remove the wires from the coil. Use a test light or meter to find the white wire that has 12 volts positive. So I'm gonna need to put the battery back in. Okay, we got the battery in. I don't know why I struggle with that every time, but the instructions are saying to find the white wire that has 12 volts constant, I'm guessing, when both the key and the run stop switches are on. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking at these wires over here. One of these two wires that goes to the coil, is going to have 12 volts constant when the key is on and the run is on. Okay, key, battery's pulled in, voltmeter. I'll unplug one coil or one wire from the coil. I'm gonna try this one closest to me, see if that's it. Ground to the frame. Ignition. Nothing. Alright, run on. Okay, it's not that one. Try the one next to it. On. Not that one either. I'm doing something wrong. Maybe. Another coil again. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's only got 10 volts. I think my battery might be dead. Oh, I know it's that one. Okay. Okay, so we know which coil it is that has the voltage. It's supposed to be 12 volts constant, but my battery's dead, I believe, and that's why it's showing only 10 volts. So I'll charge the battery up while I go through the rest of the steps. But we identified the right wire. Okay, routed the Dynatek ignition coil up the frame, all the way up to the coil. I've got a little bit extra, but I'm not gonna delete any of it until I figure out the wiring. Okay, after reading the instructions, it's telling me that the white wire coming from the ignition coil, this one, attaches to this one coming from the engine harness or the motorcycle harness. So I'm going to cut into this one, cut into that, crimp them together, and then we're gonna use the same primary terminal, and then we're gonna attach it back to this. Once we do that, the other one gets the pink wire coming from the ignition and module, and then we're going to connect it here. Attach this and the white wire from the 2000i to one of the primary terminals. Attach the pink wire from the 2000i to the other primary terminal. So that, yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, it's ugly, but it's on there. It's a heat shrink crimp with more heat shrink. And it is connecting the pink and pink together. And on this side, it's like a white and black strap with the white wire coming from the ignition coil. Connected here, crimp, and then to that. Since I don't have the tack, wire, the green wire isn't used, so we tuck that back in the harness, and it says to put the blue wire back in the harness because we're not using that either. So the only one left is this purple wire, and it's talking about going to a VOES. So I had to Google it, but this piece right here that connects to the carburetor, the vacuum operated electrical switch, this guy right here. So I need to connect the purple wire to this. So the diagram right here, so I'm following the ignition module to the violet wire, goes up and it connects to another violet wire on the VOES. So the VOES must have a violet wire. Okay, this is the wire coming from the VOES. Violet with a little white stripe. I'll just splice the purple one into that. Okay, if I understood the instructions correctly, violet to purple, that has been attached here. And the blue and the green aren't used because I don't have a tack. Okay, gonna turn the ignition on, and then I'll turn the motorcycle to run. Let me check the red status LED is used. Okay, red status LED is used for verifying system operation and setting timing. When power is turned on, the LED should blink for quarter second. Okay. If the pickup is near a firing point, the LED will blink, then stay on. Okay, so I'm not near a firing point. Okay. So ignition on. It should blink for 1 second. So it just turned on and off. Okay. If the status LED flashes rapidly when the engine is not running, an overcurrent or short circuit fault is indicated. Check for proper coil resistance. Correct the problem, then turn the ignition on for 1 second, then back on to clear the fault. As the engine is cranked over, the LED will blink, indicating the pickups are generating timing pulses. The pickup is designed such that the LED will come on at about 45 degrees before top dead center. Remove the timing inspection plug. With the bike in high gear, turn the wheel to get the crankshaft to top dead center on the compression stroke. Huh? Alright, inspection plug is this.
Oh, shit.
Okay, spark plugs removed. Rotate the engine to top dead center on compression stroke. Oh, there's two little dots right there. There's a line. There's a line. What does that mean? Okay, with the front cylinder at top dead compression, the timing mark should be in the middle of that hole there. And I need to rotate the ignition module until the light goes off. Read that again. Rotate the 2000i to cause the status LED to turn off and on. Carefully follow this next instruction. Find the point where the LED just turns off while rotating the base plate in a clockwise direction. Lock down the 2000i. Okay, I need to get a flat blade screwdriver. Okay. Alright, that's loose. Ignition switched back on. Engine run. Okay, I'm gonna rotate the unit. Oh, okay. And clockwise. Counterclockwise. Clockwise. Oh, is the timing that far off? No. Came back. All these were turned on when I first put the ignition module on, and you set all these little tabs to on or off. So as I was reading it, I'll read it to you. Switch number 1 is off for normal or on for retard. Use the VOES wired to retard the timing for nitrous or turbo equipped bikes. So since this isn't nitrous or turboed, we're going to switch that to off for normal. Switch number 2 and 3 decides your curve. It suggests curve number 2, which is the most similar to stock. So to make it curve number 2, switch number 2 is on, and switch number 3 is off. Then it goes to switch number 4 and 5, and that is your rev limiter. Switch number 4 is to be on, and switch number 5 is off for a modified street motor. So 4 is on, 5 is off. And then finally the 6th switch is for firing mode, and we are on a dual fire because it's a stock coil. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna put that back where I thought it should be, which is like maybe here. And I'm going to turn the ignition on. and engine. Gonna rotate the engine to top dead center for the first cylinder. There. I'm rotating this. Okay, still nothing. All right, I got some reason I've wired this wrong. I could have been on the exhaust stroke, so I'm going to rotate the engine over by hand. Oh, there you go. Okay. So we are going to rotate it clockwise just until it turns off. Oh, right there. On, rotate. Oh, up there. Okay, try again. Just going clockwise just until the light turns off. So light is on. Rotate clockwise just until it turns off. Right there. We're going to tighten that up. I was worried I wired something wrong. I had to read the instructions all the way. Okay, that is static timing of the motor. Alright, got the gas tank on. It took a little bit of effort. Got the carbs on. Still waiting on the air filter. I'll probably use the stock one that I had earlier. Now I'm gonna put the exhaust on. Put some oil in it. With oil in the system, I'm going to turn it over a couple times with the spark plugs out just to get the oil circulated through it. Let's put the spark plugs in. Alright, September 30th. We're at miles 18,451. We need to do a 10 second, 20 second, 30 second, 40 second, and then let it cool down in between after we start it up. So this is to be the first start. This will be 10 seconds. That probably wasn't quite 10 seconds, but we'll let it cool down. It's almost been about 10 minutes since the last time I tried to start it. Ran for about 10 seconds, then shut it off. Gonna go for the 20-second one now. let that cool down. Okay, we finished our 20-second cool down. So now we'll do the 30-second run with another cool down. During the 20-second run, it sounded like there was some engine noise, some valves ticking or something, but I am a nervous wreck. I'm very nervous. So 30 seconds. That sounded pretty rough.